Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So we are from group A12 and we are going to present about our group project, which is capacity planning and development. Okay, so here are our team members, which is me, Muhammad Hadri, Farhan Akil, Azri, and Rizky Jaya Munanda. Okay, next. Okay, so for introduction, so capacity planning is actually needed after the forecast and long-term planning have been considered. So input requirements, conversion process, and output are all taken into account while designing a production system. Okay, so what is actually capacity? So it is actually the ability to attain, store, or produce. So for an organization, capacity refers to a system ability to deliver output within a specified time frame. So, management capacity is defined in operation as the quantity of input resource available to produce relative output over time. Okay, next, capacity is also often defined as the maximum production capacity that may be achieved within a typical working schedule. And last one is capacity planning is critical for evaluating the most efficient use of resources and plays a key part in decision making process such as expanding existing operations, changing product lines, and launching new products. Okay, next. Okay, so here is our problem statement, which is a Putra production company has a problem in the automation system and production planning for bearing processing. The automation system department and production department have a design capacity of 100 product per day, and its effective capacity, however, is only active for products per day and its actual output per day. So the manager would like to increase the number of products per day. So the following factors need to be explained, and which one the management should focus on, whether quality problems, absenteeism, automation, or production plannings. Okay, next. Okay.
So I will proceed for the discussion part, which is for the factor of the quality problem. Basically, the quality problem can be defined as one of the major factors for determining project performance in general, and it can be investigated by using two things, which is typical productivity issues and their causes. And then quality also can be defined as ranging from fulfilling client needs to achieving 100% satisfaction. But the focus here is on mistakes that occur for a specific cause. And as the quality problem, the analogy that can be imagined is the errors are met and the work that is trying to be completed is left unfinished because some portion of the work needs to be done again. And then the issue is quality might manifest themselves from the start of a project as a complaint from internal teams or the client as schedule delays when work is redone, then was not part of the original project plan. And then because the project was stuffed with resources, because the project was stuffed with resources that mean to finish work, not rework. So the rework can have a significant impact on productivity. And the result, they are probably diverting resources away from completing tasks to deal with rework. And there are a list of drivers that lead to the quality problem, such as hurried work, changes of the scope and specification, com- complexity, upstream errors, handoff, communication issues, and misunderstood specification. So for next part, for the absenteeism.
Okay, thank you. I will continue in this part. So absenteeism. Absenteeism is unquestionably one of the most significant factor that affecting the assembly line performance. So absenteeism is the term given when an employee is habitually and frequently absent from work without a good reason. So it is defined as period of absence from work that exceed what is considered reasonable, such as doing for the vacation, personal type, or the occurrence of illness. So absenteeism has been viewed a sign of poor individual performance and also breach of an implied contract between employee and employer. And there are some causes that make over absenteeism happen in the workplace, such as job dissatisfaction, ongoing personal issues, and chronic medical performance, and also poor morale. So when an employee is absent repeatedly or unexpectedly, it becomes a problem for the company, especially if the employee must be compensated for their absence. So usually absenteeism is a significant or large, but largely ignored for issues for the employee. So when these absenteeism may happen frequently, it resulting in increased overtime, late delivery, dissatisfied customer, and a decline in morale among employees who are expected to cover for absent colleagues. So this habit that happen in the workplace affect both employee and employer. Some of consequences for the employers include reduced productivity level, high administration costs, increased labor costs, so when it is needed to replace the temporary workers, and also the understaffing that can lead to the poor customer service and also poor morale among colleagues. So I think that's all from me.
So thank you, Rizky. We continue with automation system. So automation system can be a great thing for the manufacturing industry, especially because there are a lot of benefit on it. For example, automation system can reduce labor costs as automation system can help in eliminating manual operation that most workers need to do, and thus less workers are required to do the same job. However, despite the fact that automation system have a lot of benefits, automation system also have a few problems such as a high initial cost that need to be invested in the automation system. So automation system may be seen as a perfect system nowadays, but there are some 5 common flaws in automation system that can be divided into 2 categories, which are flaws caused by user and flaws inherent in the use of robotics. So for the first category, there are 3 common automation flaws caused by user, which are poor planning and installation, poor employee training and integration, and poor maintenance. So for the poor planning and installation happens when company often not consider the impact of volume variance on their automation. Automation is often used to make peak period as efficient as possible. However, design problem or overview cause the delay of the company to suffer. The the business may not constantly function in the same manner from season to season. Therefore, adaptability is a crucial critical that must be included into system, especially when seasonal change or manufacturing process variance occur. So the next is poor employee training and integration. While automation technologies often make employee job simpler, employee will need to comprehensive training and or occasional training on new equipment. Then we proceed with uh, poor maintenance. While manufacturing automation system make use of advanced technology, those systems are still robot and need regular maintenance and repair. Automated system efficiency is often taken for granted and maintenance is neglected until the problem occur. Due to robot and other automation expenses, the projected maintenance costs are minimal. Poor maintenance problem may include failing to perform routine inspection, misplacing or failing to maintain maintenance record, a lack of qualified maintenance staff or outside assistant, and lastly, equipment abuse. So we proceed with the second category. the flaws inherent in the use of robotics. There are two common flaws in this category, which are lack of emotion and intelligent response and lack of feedback. So, automation system efficiently and perfectly complete a task or a set of tasks. They are excellent for doing repetitive or high volume activities. They benefit from the consistency. This is perfect until operational exception occur. For an item into the system, an employee branch the safety barrier or contamination of the process occur due to the error upstream. Automated system are not always capable of detecting and respond to problem as rapid as efficient as human worker. This lack of emotion, this lack, this of this lack of emotion and intelligent response make flaws in the automation system. Lastly, automation system also lack of intelligent feedback. Human employees are capable of repeatedly assessing a process breakdown and modifying processes to optimize efficiency. On the other hand, robotic is incapable of objectively analyzing circumstance and recommending approval. They must be reprogrammed or when the circumstance alter or develop. So next, I will pass to Hadri.
Okay, so for production planning, so actually what is production planning? So it is actually the act of developing a guideline for the design and production of a product or service planning. So production planning help businesses in making their manufacturing process as efficient as possible. And production planning also started out as a way to improve the manufacturing process actually, but it is now used in a variety of ways to improve the design, production, and delivery of software. Okay. Then production planning is essential because that it establishes an efficient production process that is suited to the needs of customers and organization. So it improves customer dependent procedures like on-time delivery as well as customer independent processes like production cycle time. And also a great production plan minimize the lead time actually. So which is the time it takes for an order to be completed and delivered from the moment it is placed. Okay, so next. Okay, so for the recommendation, I will pass to Farhan.
Okay. Okay. Thank
So
you,
basically,
Hadri. So for the case study one, which is the case study one, it stated that the problem on the production department that having an issue on the automation system and the project planning, and the company want to increase the output number of the product per day. So based on the case study above, there is and also that the four factor has been stated previously. So there are a few factor that has been recognized to solving this issue, which is the issue on the automation system and the lack of production planning. So this issue might be on the automation system, which need an upgrade of the output capacity products per day. And also I think the company need to improvise on the production planning so it can balance the new demanding capacity to meet its criteria. Also, it also can help to reduce the problem that might occur on the production line in the manufacturing department. So in the conclusion, the company is recommended to strengthen the automation system and the production planning to overcome the problem occurring and also to minimize the problem that might occur from the other factors.
Okay, then I will proceed for case study 2. So the situation that we have found, the case study is about the problems that face in automobile industries, which is the problem is focused on Tesla company. Basically, the problem is Tesla ran into several issues while introducing the first electric vehicles, not just with the model, but also with its marketing. So, um, from that problem, we come with the recommendation that we recognize the problems two factors, which is the problem in the automation system and the flaw in production planning. So based on these two factors, we suggest that the issue might be on. We recognize that the issue might be on the quality problem that has been detected on the production line, and then which is causing the problems during the introduction of their first product. And then the company should be focusing on strengthening their production planning, such as doing the WPS and so on, so that it can assist to minimize the other factors that can affect the automobile industries. So next, for conclusion, I will pass to Azri.
So thank you, Farhan. In the conclusion, it is possible for Putra Production Company to increase the number of product per day. There are four factors that need to be investigated by the manager to increase the number of product per day that have been discussed in this report. Those factors are quality problem, absenteeism, automation system, and production planning. So based on the case study, the recommended factor for the manager to investigate more details automation system and production planning. So I think that's all for our presentation on the group project capacity planning and development. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.